Well, it's been the most dramatic.
I'm going to throw another stick of dynamite in here.
Go on then.
This is going to be the whole thing of the show, isn't it? With dynamite.
This is a question, not a statement. It's a question. But if McTominay is the standout player, and if an honest trier like Retegui is by far the top goal scorer, does this tell you more about the overall standard than it does about these two players?
I'll take that one if you don't mind, because because I'm a big advocate of Serie A, so I'm going to defend Serie A. If you want to do something different, that's fine. But no, I don't think so. Listen, I didn't see Retegui in Argentina, so I can't really comment. But when he's come over here, his development's been extremely good. I think, and I'm going to apologise to all Manchester United fans here, by the way, because I've got nothing against the club. But when you look at some of the players that have come across to Italy, Ashley Young, who won the Serie A title with Inter, you're looking at McTominay who's come over, you look at him, this Lukaku, you could even talk about Mkhitaryan, who's going to play in the Champions final, looks like he's going to start. That level of sophistication and players don't. I've always had to think about this, and Tim, please tell me if I'm wrong. I always think a player doesn't go to a different country and get slower. He doesn't get worse. You don't go to the Premier League and you don't go from the Premier League and then get slower in Italy. I always have this problem, and I'll use my example now. I remember Patrice Evra saying once when he was playing for Manchester United at left back, he said, when I was at Manchester United, all I had to do was look out, if I overlap my winger, make sure I told him. And make sure if I was staying in my position, I was level with my centre-back. And when I was in Italy, it was different. And I've seen this. I was in Italy 2015-16, and Mancini had the whole pitch in squares. And he would just have a ball, and he would walk into a square, or Beppe Baresi would do there. And they would all go, now we're here. And it's a lack of freedom. So it's not about players who are quicker, better, or whatever. For me, when I saw that, it clicked in my head, and I was like, oh, hold on a second. Oh, so Scott McTominay, it's about maybe he's just really tactically intelligent, and he gets into this idea of this is how we play in this system in this league, and that's how they played it. And goes back to your point before Arrigo Sacchi with the Catenaccio style or whatever it might be. Now that doesn't exist in Italy anymore. But if Mancini's walking around there going like a chess piece, like Bishop moves to move 4, whatever it is, I don't play chess. And where do you go? Now, some players are going to hate that. Some players are going to love that. And there are a lot of players who don't do really well in Serie A because they're not tactically minded. But from my point of view, to answer that question, is that Scott McTominay was absolutely sensational. And Conte to move him to a number 10 this season was brilliant. But the extra caveat to that is that also he embraced the lifestyle so well. And, you live... Obviously, you've embraced the lifestyle, so you understand it. If you embrace the lifestyle and the football suits you, it's just about where you land and how you land well, in my opinion. So
he's cut out the mushy peas and the light and bitter.
Well, my favourite comment, my favourite comment when he said this season was, "Have you seen tomatoes? Because in England they're just red water. These are real tomatoes." I was like, "That's brilliant." I was like, he'll do well in Naples. Sorry, James. I don't know what you
I've heard square sausages are getting popular in Naples. I've heard square sausages getting imported in bucket loads to Naples. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I've heard.